What'd you think of that game?
Well, it's a great game. That's all on me. I shouldn't have went for it. But I'm always going to play to win. I believe in these guys. I don't like playing not to lose. I like playing to win, and that was on me. But our guys battle. They battle like they have all year. Comes down to a few plays, and tip your hat to them. They made them. So it's tough because I really felt like we'd get on a roll and get some things happening. But give Montana State a lot of credit. Give Choder a lot of credit. He got his guys ready, and they've done a nice job.
A lot of emotions in that locker room and stuff.
Yeah, but our guys are finishers. You got seniors. We still got one more game to go. More finishers. We kind of live by principles. It's not always exactly what happens on the scoreboard. So we want to start fast and finish strong. And so we'll play hard next week.
What do you think of Sac State? Now it's
not even to there yet. Not even there yet.
I mean, it's nice to see. The Causeway's always big, but it was such a big one for you guys last year. You won the championship, and now they got a shot at it.
Yeah. It's always be a good game. Troy's done a good job. They got good players. They had a good year.
You guys could see this and take us back to the fourth and one. What were you thinking?
Just want to get going. Really felt like we'd get it, and we ran the ball well. Thought we'd get it. Thought we had options to get it, and we didn't.
For Jake, what do you think kind of happened with the offense there, kind of in the fourth quarter?
We just didn't make enough plays. We had opportunities. We had 50-50 opportunities. We had a lot of one-on-one situations. I thought we were a little inefficient on the early downs. Got into some third and longs. Uncharacteristic stuff. We could have did a better job snatching the football and being more accurate. Yeah, I'd say that's about it. They did a good job too. I mean, it wasn't just our faults. They did a great job. They had a good play in the fourth.
Jake, can you believe this is your last game here? Gone by in a flash?
Yeah, it went by in a flash, that's for sure. But I'm super grateful. I mean, to be able to play here for the last 3 years and give everything I have to this university and this coach and my teammates. It's really, I'm not necessarily an emotional guy, but this means a lot to me. And I've dedicated the past 3 years, 24/7, 365 days of the year, to make sure that we have the best opportunity to be playing at an elite level. And when it doesn't go our way, I take a lot of responsibility for it, and it's one of those nights.
You said before that you had no idea where you're going to finish college, and then you wind up here, and you want a great move for the rest of your life, and you think back and how that happened. It's some pretty good rewards, huh?
That's part of the reason why it means so much to me, is because I know that these opportunities don't come every day to someone, and I know how valuable they are. And certain things had to happen for me to get to this point. I had to have supportive parents that were willing to support me all the way through high school and travel and put me in situations where I could have this opportunity to continue to play college football, because a lot of the time it's your parents that are supporting you financially and making sure that you're taken care of. And being a 22-year-old adult, that's not common for parents to be able to do that for you. So that's really the most special thing to me is how much support I've gotten from my parents, and none of this is possible without them, without a doubt.
You had such a magical season last year, and I think it just rolled into this year, and how would you size it up? It seemed like it stopped and starts.
I think the last 3 years have been pretty magical, let me tell you. I mean, just off the field, stuff that necessarily a lot of people don't see on the field, regardless of what the results were. Everything was exactly what we wanted to be in terms of culture and who we were and the preparation that we put in. That's always been special. Whether we won a championship or we didn't, everything that went into it was very consistent, and that's something that as a player you always want in a program. You want consistency. You want a coach that believes in what he says and acts on it every single day. And here, the past 3 years that I've been here, it's been exactly that. So,
you've got a leader and a champion there. You've been
Yeah, we knew he was a good physical player when we watched him on film. Didn't know anything about him as a person, and first time I went to meet with him, you could just tell. I mean, he just pulled up a chair and he just locked in and was very, very serious and very focused on football. And we talked in generalities about what we wanted to do offensively and what we were looking for. And I told him after I met with him, I go, hey, you're my guy. You're my guy. And when Tim Plow came and Plow watched film, and you know, he's a great coach, and he always has a very critical eye, and no OC wants anybody to pick his quarterback for him, per se. But I said, just wait till you go meet with this guy. And so we went down and had dinner with his parents and his brothers, and it was great. And then at some point, Jake told his family, okay, you guys, you need to go. We're going to talk football right now. And then Plow came out of the meeting kind of going, yeah, this guy. And we've always talked about you don't play quarterback, you are the quarterback. And there's a difference in playing and being the quarterback. And one of the things that we've all learned here from going back to the Jim Soker era is that you're the quarterback 24/7. You're never off. Downtown, in the weight room, the classroom, in the locker room, you set the tone and you are the barometer. He really accepted that, embraced that, and obviously Tim did an amazing job developing the chemistry with our quarterback room. But I said before, we talk about the season last year. I mean, if you want to look at one of the key reasons that we won a championship and Davis football kind of turned the corner a little bit, it's Jake Mayer. And so you're just not going to be around a more humble, hardworking, dedicated person, dedicated to the craft. I've said before, he's got an unbelievable rage to master, and all these scouts come through here, and everybody, they look at his size and some of that, and then I start ripping off all these quarterbacks that were supposed to be all that never really materialized. And I said, hey, look, you want a guy that knows the playbook inside and out? Do you want a guy that can change protections? Do you want a guy that's going to command respect to the locker room? You want a guy that's going to be there when the coaches show up and be there when they leave? Hey, that's your guy. And then after they were around him a little bit, I know we had a couple of scouts come and they sat in on the quarterback receiver meeting, and a guy walked away and was like, man, that was impressive. I've never seen anything like that. And that's just due to his hard work and dedication to UC Davis and embracing the whole quarterback legacy here. And again, Tim Plow's done a great job with that, and we've done a nice job really getting all those quarterbacks. You see Scott Berry hanging out around here of just getting all those guys back around. And for a school that's had as many great quarterbacks here, he's going to go down as arguably the best guy that ever played at UC Davis. And that's saying something for a school that's had more NFL quarterbacks than half the Pac-12 teams. But I just can't say enough about the kind of person he is. He's just super tough, super consistent, super coachable, leader, humble, unbelievable. So it's a real blessing to be around him.
Just your emotions greeting the rest of the seniors coming out for the game.
Yeah, it's interesting. These guys know I always look at life as a journey, and life is cyclical. It's never in a straight line, and our lives are all richer because of each other and the things that we went through here together. But we feel like we've given them the tools and the love and the guidance necessary to launch them out. And certainly you want those guys to leave on a winning note. But what truly is winning? What truly is winning? And I've said this before, really, other than one game this season where I think we just let the expectations get to us, I've been super proud of our guys. They've battled. They've played hard. They've played well. But I haven't coached to the level maybe to get us over the hump in some close situations. Yeah, it's good to see those guys. We got one more, though. I told them, hey, we're start fast, finish strong. We live that way. And when you live by principles, your life is a little bit easier and a little more tenable. So we're not going to live by the wins and losses. We're going to live by the process, and we're going to live by our philosophy. And we got one more week to go with these guys, and we're going to practice hard, and we're going to play hard, and do the best we can do next week.
Any more questions?
Yeah, for Lonzo, what did you make of the offense today? I know it's kind of stops and starts at some points of the game, and sometimes it was hard for you to get going, but then you busted open a lot of big runs. What do you think was the difference when you could get open in the open field and move the offense?
I know everyone's not going to be open. I just try to get as much yards as I could to every play, and then some will break, and some you got to kind of stick your nose down and get what you can get. So that was my mindset.
How that last touchdown feel when at that time you took the lead and you shook off a couple tackles?
Yeah, another touchdown for me.
Yeah.
It's no
We've
different.
had a lot of them this year, I know.
It's no different, but
All the things I said about Jake, I can say the same things about this guy.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, right
You got
here.
more years out of him, huh?
Yeah.
You know?
This guy right here is going to be all time. Just wait.
Jake, real quick, how do you, as a leader, you got one more game. You guys can play a spoiler. Sac State could play the spoiler. And I don't know how well you know Kevin Thompson, but he's overcome injuries. He's a 3-year starter like you. And do you appreciate a quarterback's journey? Whether it's whoever it is in the conference. And I think quarterbacks appreciate other quarterbacks. And
You definitely respect the guys that are playing at a high level, and I believe he's playing at a high level. Me personally, we've never talked before. We don't really have a relationship, but you definitely respect anybody that plays this position because you understand how difficult it is, and you understand the ups and downs that it can bring, and you understand the level of mental toughness that you have to be going to work day in and day out, winning and losing, and everything in between. So yeah, definitely. I think just as a leader going into this last week, we're going to prepare like. We're playing the national championship next Saturday, and we're going to execute at a high level in practice, and we're not going to let anything go unnoticed, and we're going to clean up the details. And that's just what we're trying to do here, regardless of where we're at in standings. If we're going to practice at a high level, and we're going to demand it. And if it's not meeting that expectation, then you're going to hear it from me and some of the other leaders.
Okay, we got one more, and I know the O-line doesn't get too much, love in the post game, but I thought they played a pretty good game keeping you up, and this is a pretty good pass rush. So could you speak to just how they've been, not just today, all season long?
Well, they've been playing at a high level for a number of weeks now, and like you said, it doesn't go noticed, but it definitely goes noticed when you're watching film, and you understand how much it means to them to make sure that he's taken care of and I'm staying upright. And but you just go all the way across. You got guys like Nick Amo, who's really finding his own and really becoming a better player every single week because he's inexperienced and he's getting better. You look at someone like Jordan Ford, who's got a lot of youth and a lot of talent and a lot of size, and he's really starting to find his own and how detailed he can be on a daily basis. And old reliable center Will Martin is my guy. If there's any guy that I'm going to stand up here and defend to the day that I die, is Connor Pettick for what he has done for not only me but the team, and handling injuries and having surgeries and coming back and risking his season for the betterment of us. Whatever that guy needs from me, he knows he's got me. And Jake Parks, freshman All-American type guy, type talent. He's really got to start to become a leader, and he has. And the right tackle, he finished it off with Big Coop. And that guy is the best, one of my best friends, and always will be, just because he cares and loves Aggie football. And that's just not even mentioning guys like Will Martin, who's been the starter, the backup, and Colton Lampson, who's got a ton of talent and has a lot of respect for not only his teammates, myself, Coach Hawk. So I can name all 10 of them, 11 of them, 12 of them. Majid Feruzzi, who's a senior this year and had a season-ending injury a couple weeks ago, has been nothing but gone through the hero's journey and come out on top, in my opinion. So, yeah.
That's a fun experience for Cooper going against his dad.
Yeah,
Next week.
it'll be fun for him, but I don't think he's gonna think about it. I think he's just gonna worry about doing his job because that's all Cooper knows. He's just doing his job and competing, every single play.
all right, thanks, guys.